hairs on the back, up on the back of my neck.
Okay, welcome to Invictus Porsche. We've got David, who bought the GT3 RS initially last year, sold it back due to a change of circumstance, and here he is driving it away today. I'll put the mic on David and we'll let David talk about his car, really. So, I mean, firstly, what made you want to buy it back?
Well, it's the best car that you can buy for the road and for the track. I intend doing a lot of track days, and I had a GT3 which I put in part exchange last year, but this is a step forward again. It's just awesome the way it drives. The aerodynamics really hunker you down into the road, and yeah, it's the most impressive car I've ever had. And as you said, I've had a change of circumstance and I couldn't wait to get the car back, and she has been very kind enough to let me have it back.
Yeah,
so yes,
it's a pleasure. It attracts a lot of attention, and you know, we're absolutely honored having it in stock. But you know, let's get into it and we'll talk a bit more by being in the car.
Great.
So, well, just wanted to say thank you one more time.
Yeah, we're going to Goodwood together.
Oh, you got your gloves on?
Is that okay?
No, that's okay. That's brilliant.
It's only because the steering wheel.
Okay.
It protects the wheel.
Oh, it protects the wheel?
Yeah, because the Alcantara.
Ah, I didn't know. This is why sometimes I see Alcantara that is in really bad state.
Yes.
And I sort of wonder why.
It's a horrible thing to say, but it's sweat.
I sweat?
Off people's parts.
No way. It's amazing how well a car like this does, even on a road like this.
It's very forgiving. I will say, before I had the GT3 non-RS previously, and I would say that suspension was less forgiving than this is. I don't know what they've done to it. I know it's got helper springs on the back and whatever, but it seems to be more pliable over the bumps and what have you. So yeah, it's and I believe these 918 seats are more comfortable as well.
They are more comfortable.
Yes.
100%. We got left. We've got left. Yeah. Yeah, they are. I mean, so you had the 991.1 GT3, isn't it? This is what you traded in.
I did, yes, and I had that for a couple of years, and again, awesome car. I just wanted the ultimate. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
are we going left?
Yes, yeah, we got left. Yeah, no, I'm glad. I'm so glad it went back to you. I still had it up on my side, and somebody actually inquired on it yesterday.
Oh, right.
Somebody inquired about 3 weeks ago on it. I said, I'm sorry, it's going back to the former keeper.
Thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
No, I'm so happy. Honestly, I'd rather it go to you with somebody that I know than for the sake of a couple of £1,000 to go to somebody that maybe wouldn't appreciate it.
That's very good to know. And you know, when I'm ready to change, or I am in the market, I will be in the market for another car shortly. I'll be giving you a call.
Thank you. Honestly,
a car for me, that would be admirable.
I would be honoured. I would be honoured to look. I mean, even the first time around when I delivered this and I took the GT3 from you, I never test drove the GT3 when we did the handover, and you never test drove the GT3 RS when I did the handover.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was really ironic. Here's two people that are doing a bit of business worth about 150 grand. On the other side is 100 grand GT3 coming in, and so 250,000 pounds worth of business in total. And no one's met each other, have spoken to one another on the phone, met in the middle of somewhere at a service garage near Wales.
That's right.
And
I remember. Late evening, wasn't it? We met in a service station near the Severn Bridge.
Yes.
And yeah, but you've been nothing but absolutely honest.
Thank you.
And helpful throughout the whole process. I'm really grateful for that. As I've said to you many times, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you.
And I know a lot of people that have this type of car, and I've already spoken about your good performance and the way you treat people.
Thank you.
And they're certainly they're going to be giving you a call. So
thank you.
Yeah,
I look forward to that. You are very well connected, because you had the stickers, the BRDC stickers as well, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
information goes a long way for a business like ours.
Thank you.
And obviously the opposite is also true. You know, yesterday I delivered a car to one of the co-founders, one of 4 founders of the Jaguar Classic Club.
Wow.
And up until yesterday, no, sorry, up until last year, he was one of these people of the, you know, I think board members, whatever you call it. And he's
I
like,
see. Wow.
throughout his time, he has sold 25 Jaguar D-types.
Good Lord.
That's one. And secondly, he's like, for 15 years for the Donington Museum, he raced, is it Fanju's F1 Grand Prix winning car?
Wow.
Yeah.
wow,
It's phenomenal. The people you meet in your line of, you know, in our line of work.
It's a passion, cars. It's been my passion since I was a little boy. And, my father, the very first race I saw, ironically, was on a very small black and white television. It was the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Wow.
And it just still puts the hairs on the back, up on the back of my neck. And ever since then, I've been into race cars and whatever. And I always wanted. I've had quite a few Porsches. I've always wanted this particular car, which is exceptional. The quality and everything, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's so good to know. I mean, I'm so pleased to hear that. And I think the Porsche world in itself is a very small world. I think
It is.
You do right, and you know, good will spread, and you do, you know, you cheat or you lie, or you know, the opposite will happen.
It's a small world, as you say, and if everybody's, you know, people get to do business with each other, repeat business with each other over and over, and that's what happens. People, it's one of those people know somebody who knows somebody, and that's how things happen. If you want to park for a car, or you're going to an event, or what have you, it's always, you know, it's a community. Really, it's really good.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. So there's a bit of a tight turning here on the right side, right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can make a 3-point turn possible here. If you come a little bit more to the left.
Yeah.
And so the way we're heading back would basically take you back to the M11.
Okay.
And then you're probably headed to Goodwood. Is it through the M11?
I'll just put it in this.
Do you know the address?
Navigation is not
Just put Goodwood Racing, so it should be.
So how many Porsche 911s have you owned over the years?
I can't remember.
Last time I think you said around mid-30s it was.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah,
I had the first one was a 2.7. I didn't like it. It was a Targa, 2.7 Targa, in 1978 car. I didn't keep that very well, and I swapped it straight away for a coupe.
Okay.
In Guards Red.
Yep.
And the number plate, I remember it had 911S on the registration. But yeah, lots of 911s. Had a few 944s. I've had one McCann in the past. I thought that was a really good car, but yeah, a lot 911s. I did actually have a 924 a long time ago before the 911. So yeah, but there's no substitute. It's just the way they drive. It's the feeling of, well, this is obviously very direct on the steering.
Yep.
But even in a normal 911, when you turn, it's as if the wheel goes up and down. The front wheels sort of lift and you feel it. It's just an awesome feeling. The early ones were quite hairy. With the weight over the back, so much over the back, and they oversteered quite a lot. And they were a handful in the wet. If you put your foot down, and you couldn't catch them. Whereas this is far more sorted. If this starts to go into an oversteer, you can catch it and pull it back. You know? But the older cars, a lot of them were in trees and hedges all over the country. Yeah. They are the most amazing car to drive.
And I still remember when I asked what's the most exhilarating or fastest car you had, and you said it was a GT2,
That's
a 996 GT2.
I had that's quite right. Yeah, a 996 GT2, which was, they called it the Widowmaker. It was so quick. It was 480 horsepower, which is less than this, but it turbo, it was nothing till about 3,500, 4,000 revs, and then wow, it just went whoosh, and just you sunk in the back of your seat. It was the big lag, and then everything.
Wow.
It was an amazing car, but very difficult to drive. It was based on a 911 turbo, although it was only rear wheel drive. Hence the reason why they called it the Widowmaker, which is quite hairy to drive, but awesomely fast.
Fantastic. Wow.
And with it being turbocharged, it was easy to increase the performance of the cars quite easily as well. So yeah,
that's good to know. You don't do a left now; it's a bit later down the line. I'll tell you, because I'll get off on your route to the M11.
Sure.
And my last question was something like this. Can you practically daily drive it almost into your commute?
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that you like to keep the mileage down on these cars, I actually I had a 996 Carrera 4S a long time ago, and I drove it.
Left here,
I drove it to work for 2 years every day.
And then
my commute
Now turn right.
was 100 miles round trip commute.
So that was a 911 Carrera?
Carrera 4S.
Carrera 4S.
996 that was.
Yeah, superb. I mean, our video comes to a halt right about. I think it might be best just to turn right. Turn right here if you don't mind on the next right, because it's a much safer place for me to actually. And if you wouldn't mind, don't go on the gravel here.
No.
Just you see that black sign there. You could just stop by that black sign if you. Oh, you could stop here.
Sorry,
No, that's okay. Let me just put the hazard lights on. Do you want to put it in parked?
Yeah.
And I'll just actually take the cameras off.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Really appreciate everything. And I'll get going because I know you need to get to Goodwood.
Thank you.
Please send me some photos.
I will indeed. I will indeed. Thank you. Do you want a hand with it?
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll take the kid off.